All right, buckle up, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into something a little steamy, let's say.
Yeah, sounds intriguing.
We're talking about this drink recipe that's been making the rounds online. You know, the kind that promises to spice things up in the bedroom, all thanks to a few sips.
Ah, the elusive love potion.
Exactly. We found this video breaking down the recipe and all its supposed benefits for intimacy and sexual health. And honestly, some of the claims are pretty bold.
I bet.
So we're going to take a closer look at the science behind it all, figure out if this is just clever marketing or if there's actually some truth to these claims.
Sounds like a plan. I'm ready to debunk some myths and maybe uncover some interesting facts along the way.
Perfect. Let's dive in.
All right, let's do it.
So right off the bat, this video emphasizes the connection between what we eat and our sexual health. Is there any truth to that, or is this where the marketing hype starts to take over?
You know, it's actually a really important connection, one that often gets overlooked, I think.
Really?
Yeah. What we eat impacts every aspect of our well-being, right? And that includes our sexual health. I mean, think about it. Our bodies need the right nutrients to function properly. And that includes, everything from hormone production to blood flow. And those things are both super crucial for a healthy sex life.
Makes sense when you put it that way.
Yeah.
And the video actually gets pretty specific, talking about vitamins and minerals, like zinc and magnesium, claiming they play a big role in libido and performance.
Right.
So I'm curious, is there any scientific backing for these claims? Or is this more like cherry-picking data to fit a narrative?
Okay, so there's definitely some truth to it. But like with most things related to health and nutrition, it's not as simple as like popping a few supplements and calling it a day.
Right, right.
Zinc, for example, is involved in testosterone production, which is important for both men and women, actually.
Good.
And studies have actually shown that zinc deficiency can lead to lower libido in men. It's a real thing.
Wow. I had no idea.
Now, magnesium, on the other hand, helps with blood flow and muscle relaxation. And those are both, well, let's just say they're relevant to sexual activity.
To put it delicately. Okay, so the video is not totally off base about the nutrition part.
Yeah.
But let's get to the star of the show.
Yeah.
The drink itself. It seems like a lot of the claims revolve around boosting blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so important for sexual health?
Mm-hmm.
And can this drink really deliver on that promise?
Well, good blood flow is like the foundation of sexual function, really. It's not just about arousal, although obviously that involves increased blood flow to, certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy circulation also affects sensitivity and responsiveness, big time. And research has even shown a link between poor blood flow and certain sexual health issues.
Interesting.
Now, whether this drink specifically can significantly improve blood flow, that's debatable. But the principle behind it is sound.
Okay, so that's a good starting point. Let's break down the actual ingredients one by one, see what the science has to say about each of them.
Let's do it.
First up, pomegranate juice.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah. The video claims it's packed with antioxidants and can improve blood flow, which we just talked about how important that is.
Uh-huh.
So, accurate. Or a bit of a stretch.
All right, so pomegranate juice actually does have some promising research behind it.
Yeah.
There have been studies showing it can help lower blood pressure and improve, the function of blood vessels, which, aligns with what the video is saying.
Yeah.
But the catch is these studies often used concentrated pomegranate extract, which is much more potent than what you'd find in just a regular glass of juice.
Ah, okay. So maybe not a miracle worker, but potentially beneficial. All right, moving on to ginger. They're really pushing this one as an energy booster and aphrodisiac. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, ginger has a long history of being used traditionally as an aphrodisiac for centuries across different cultures.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's known to increase circulation and has those warming properties, which some people believe can contribute to feelings of arousal. But scientifically speaking, the evidence for ginger as a powerful aphrodisiac is a little limited. It's more likely that its effects on circulation and just overall well-being kind of contribute to a healthy sex life.
Makes sense. So not a love potion, but potentially helpful nonetheless. What about honey? They call this an energy booster and a traditional aphrodisiac as well. Curious to hear your take on that one.
Sure. So honey is primarily a source of energy. It's got those natural sugars.
Right.
While it's not directly linked to sexual function, having sustained energy could definitely contribute to a more enjoyable experience, shall we say.
Definitely.
The claims about its aphrodisiac qualities are mostly based on traditional use, though, with little scientific evidence to actually back them up.
Gotcha. So more folklore than hard science. And last but not least, we have cinnamon. The video says it adds warmth, can aid circulation. What's the verdict on that one?
All right, so cinnamon, kind of like ginger, has those warming properties. It also has some antioxidant effects. But again, the research on its direct impact on sexual health is limited. It's likely that its contribution to this drink is more about taste and that overall feeling of warmth and well-being.
Got it. So it seems like some of these ingredients might have some benefits, but maybe not as dramatic as the video suggests.
Right.
And it's important to note that the video does include a medical disclaimer
Yes, good catch.
stating that this drink is not a substitute for medical treatment. Is that something you want to emphasize?
Absolutely. If someone's experiencing persistent sexual health concerns, they should definitely see a doctor.
Right, of course.
There could be underlying medical issues that need attention, and self-treating with the drink, even one with some potentially beneficial ingredients, is not the answer.
Agreed. All right, so let's wrap things up. We've explored this drink that claims to boost intimacy and sexual health, broken down its ingredients, and looked at the science behind those claims.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
What should our listeners walk away knowing?
The most important takeaway is that nutrition and sexual health are definitely linked. What you eat can affect your hormones, blood flow, energy levels, even just your overall well-being. And all of that's important for a healthy sex life. Some of the ingredients in this drink, like the pomegranate and the ginger we talked about, do have some potential benefits, but it's important to have realistic expectations.
Exactly. It's not a magic solution, right?
Right.
But it does raise some interesting questions. Even if this specific drink isn't some kind of love potion, it makes me wonder, how much does our diet actually affect intimacy?
That's a great question.
Are there other foods or dietary approaches that have a scientifically proven impact on sexual health?
Yeah,
That's something worth exploring further, for sure.
definitely.
So keep those questions in mind as you do your own research. And thank you for joining us on this rather intimate deep dive.
My pleasure. Always up for a good exploration.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you then.